What's good, YouTube? C1 Matt back in the building, back with another video. Hey, looking at the History of Simple Things channel. Link will be in the description box below. This is one of my intrusive questions late at night that I would think about while driving, clearing my mind. Asphalt versus concrete, which one is actually better? Let's get into it.
Driveway, parking lot, and bridge starts with a choice: concrete or asphalt. They may look similar from a distance, but underneath the surface they behave very differently. One is rigid, light-colored, and extremely strong. The other is dark, flexible, and quick to install. So why do we use both? And when
I ain't gonna lie. This is just before they even get into it, this is for me from the outside looking in. I always thought that, like, and this is just me guessing, but it feel like concrete seems like it will be used more towards the bridge of a freeway, like the bridge parts of the freeway. Asphalt feels like the parts that's not the bridge or the freeway or the city block. That's all I know. I don't know if concrete is used in other stuff outside of a driveway, right? I'm not sure if it's used for other usage on the road. Um, I'm hoping to find out for sure.
is one actually better than the other? Let's explore, right here on History of Simple Things. The history of these two materials goes back much further than modern highways. Ancient civilizations used early forms of concrete thousands of years ago, with the Romans becoming famous for their remarkably durable concrete structures. Roman concrete was made using mixtures of lime, volcanic ash, water, and aggregate, and some ancient structures have survived for nearly 2,000 years. Asphalt also has an ancient history. Naturally occurring asphalt, or bitumen, was used in places such as Mesopotamia for waterproofing and construction.
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't even looked it up yet, but I could tell you right now, if the right amount of people heard that, they would use it for or a slang term and call people a bunch of bitumen, right? In my intrusive thoughts during my intrusive thought video. I'm sorry, y'all.
But modern asphalt pavement developed much later, particularly during the 19th and 20th centuries, as engineers learned how to combine refined bitumen with crushed stone to create durable road surfaces. As automobiles became common, both concrete and asphalt became essential to the rapidly expanding road network.
Okay, makes sense.
So what exactly separates concrete from asphalt? The biggest difference is how they behave under pressure. Concrete is essentially a rigid slab. It is made primarily from cement, water, sand, and larger aggregates such as gravel or crushed stone. When the
Hmm.
cement reacts with water, it hardens into a strong material capable of supporting enormous loads. Asphalt, on the other hand, is a flexible pavement made from aggregates bound together with bitumen, a sticky petroleum-based material. Instead of behaving like one solid slab, asphalt can flex slightly under traffic and temperature changes. That flexibility is one of the reasons asphalt is so widely used for roads and highways.
Okay, I get
When
that.
it comes to installation, asphalt often has a major advantage. It can generally be placed and opened to traffic much faster than conventional concrete. A freshly paved asphalt road may be ready for vehicles relatively quickly, while concrete needs time to cure and gain sufficient strength. This makes
I know what people are about to say. There's a lot of people that's like, shit, you talking about the people that be repaving the road takes forever. But if you actually knew the behind the scene of how all of this has to get done, you probably it would just hopefully make sense to people with a brain. Okay. And it's an actual considerate amount of time that's pretty good compared to, you know what I'm saying? We might look this up at the towards the end of the video just to show you what I'm talking about.
Asphalt particularly useful when a road needs to be repaired quickly or when closing a major highway for an extended period would cause serious traffic problems. Asphalt can also be resurfaced relatively easily. Instead of completely removing the old pavement, contractors can sometimes place a new asphalt layer over the existing surface, extending its useful life.
Patches.
Concrete, however, has its own major advantage: strength and longevity. A properly designed and constructed concrete pavement can handle heavy loads for decades. This is one reason concrete is frequently used in locations where extremely heavy vehicles repeatedly travel, such as industrial facilities, ports, loading areas, and some highways. Concrete is also highly resistant to deformation. Asphalt can develop ruts where vehicle tires repeatedly pass, especially
Yeah.
under heavy traffic and high temperatures. Concrete is much less likely to develop this type of permanent deformation because the rigid slab distributes loads across a larger area. Temperature creates another interesting difference. Asphalt becomes softer when it gets hot and becomes harder and more brittle when temperatures fall. In extremely hot conditions, heavy traffic can contribute to rutting and surface deformation. Concrete generally handles high temperatures better because it does not soften in the same way. But concrete has its own problem: expansion and contraction. As temperatures change, concrete expands and contracts, which can eventually contribute to cracking.
Mhm.
Engineers use joints, reinforcement, and carefully designed pavement systems to control these movements.
That explains why they do all of that. Okay.
Maintenance is another area where the two materials behave differently. Asphalt is often easier to repair because damaged sections can be patched,
Mhm.
resurfaced, or overlaid. But asphalt surfaces may require more frequent maintenance over their lifetime, particularly in areas exposed to heavy traffic, water, freezing conditions, or extreme temperatures. Concrete can require less frequent major maintenance, but when it does fail, repairs can be more complicated. A damaged concrete slab may need to be completely removed and replaced, and the surrounding pavement may also need attention.
It makes you wonder, like, I'm thinking about like in my it, when I have a house and I create a driveway. Naturally, you want concrete because you don't want to sit there and spend a bunch of money redoing the asphalt of your driveway over and over again, especially how hot it feels or how hot it gets compared to concrete. And naturally, because concrete lasts so long, but then I ain't gonna lie, the asphalt be looking nice. Not gonna lie. So I guess it really just depends. Like in the long run, yeah, once the concrete is an issue, it's going to require a lot more work. But hopefully, you've been responsible and putting money to the side for that specific purpose. Not that many people do, but still, it will buy you more time versus asphalt. But asphalt do look nice. I ain't gonna lie, when you see it on the freeway, when they finally retread it, man, it kind of reminds you, it's almost like looking at retreaded tires or brand new tires. When you see that tread on there, it be looking so nice. Like you could just, oh man, I don't know. I can't explain. I'm a guy. So yeah, I like it. I like it. I love it.
There is also a noticeable difference in appearance. Asphalt's dark surface absorbs more sunlight. which can make it significantly hotter than lighter colored concrete.
Oh, so I
Concrete
wasn't guessing
reflects
that.
more sunlight and can help reduce surface temperatures, although its overall environmental impact depends on how it is produced and transported. Concrete manufacturing, particularly cement production, is energy intensive and produces substantial carbon dioxide emissions. Asphalt is petroleum based, but much of it can be recycled and reused in new pavement. In practice, the
So asphalt is better for the economy in a sense. Concrete carbon dioxide emissions is kind of bad, but not the end of the world. So everybody can't be too heavy on concrete, but it lasts longer. So when carbon monoxide be kind of reduced in that sense, if you Mhm,
environmental
mhm.
performance of either material depends heavily on its design, lifespan, maintenance, transportation, and how much material can ultimately be reused. So which one is better? The answer depends on what the pavement needs to do. Asphalt is often the practical choice when speed, flexibility, lower initial construction costs, and easy resurfacing are priorities. Concrete can be the better choice when exceptional durability, resistance to heavy loads, and long service life are more important. That's why you can find asphalt covering huge stretches of highways while concrete appears in intersections, bridges, airport runways, industrial yards, sidewalks, and heavily loaded areas.
There we go.
Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments.
So that did answer what I was guessing earlier in the beginning of the video. So basically, which one is better for us? Which one is better for you? I'm honestly going to say when it comes to the high amount of traffic over time, right? And the amount of people that drive in some of these common roads, technically you will want to do asphalt strictly because it's very flexible, easy to patch up, this, that, and the other. Plus, because of the high volume of traffic, people are naturally going to be impatient more than they already are just to get the road fixed so they can drive back on it. Plus, it gives you that brand new, fresh look that I don't know, it's therapeutic to me. It feels like when it's a brand new road, you want to sit there and kind of get a good crack at it, get a good drive, and it helps gauge your tires if something's going on, this, that, and the other, versus a crack road. But I would personally say, for a personal driveway, um, stuff like that, I definitely go concrete all day long. I see why most people just do concrete on their driveway and never asphalt. Like you would have to have so much money to throw at it just to have asphalt. You just literally throwing money in the driveway. Um, okay, I learned something today. I think concrete is in a sense concrete is better. With the ecosystem though, I can't knock asphalt being an option though. So even though asphalt needs more maintenance, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. If there was a metaphor for this, I kind of need me a concrete woman over an asphalt woman. I'm hoping I ain't gonna create no terminology like that for real, for real. Damn, this might be the source of it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment the video, share. Check out the history of simple things. If y'all are into questions like this that be popping up late at night, this channel probably has a bunch of historical facts or origin stories to help you understand a lot of this stuff. Shout out to them. I like it. I like it. Till next time. Till next video. Later.